The word cynic comes from the Latin word for canine. That's because to the Romans, a dog would sniff its food once or twice before it ate it. So when somebody tells me that the people in Rochester are really upset because the chief of police said parents have to take responsibility for their children and keep them out of trouble, and that caused a near riot at a community meeting of councilmen, cops, and black people, a couple of white people scattered in. I say, I don't really believe that. So show me. So here's the video everybody's unhappy with. Then let's go to the community meeting when we see him get really unhappy.
He's saying his arm, so get off him.
You were told to leave multiple times. You either leave now or you go to jail.
I live right here. I can't go nowhere.
You on the property? No,
I'm right here.
Go on there. Go on there.
Nope, too late.
Yo, man, get out that lady, man. Get out the Yo, man. Get out that girl, man. Get out that girl. Right there, man.
I got the baby. Baby, I can't see.
Tell that girl to sit up, man. She's hurt, man. Tell her to sit up. Man. Man, that girl on the like that.
Listen. Tempers flare as Rochester's police chief talks about his officers' actions in a video going viral. City Council member Adam McFadden addressed concerns from the community during a hearing late this afternoon at City Hall. Tonight we're hearing what he says happened. Good evening, I'm Brett Davidson.
And I'm Jennifer Mobilia. We're talking about this video. It's gone viral, and you may have seen it on your Facebook feed. It shows officers taking a woman to the ground before arresting her. New at 11, Lynette Adams spoke with a woman and shares what police say happened. She joins us live at City Hall. Lynette.
Well, Jennifer, this was an unprecedented meeting between the City Council, the community, and RPD's command staff. City Council member Adam McFadden used his committee time to address an issue that happened last week and resulted in a video. The meeting started well, but ended in chaos.
It looks like he does a double take, and then he attacks her from behind. That's what the video looks like. And for me as a man with daughters, that is hard for me to stomach.
It's this video that City Council member Adam McFadden is referring to. Last week, Rochester police responded to complaints of drug peddling on Hollenbeck Street. The woman in the video curses at the officers. She's asked to get off the sidewalk, which she does. It appears the woman is tackled from behind, taken to the ground, handcuffed, and arrested. And there's something else. What the officer called the young woman.
No person is an animal, and that young lady certainly isn't an animal. It's not just disturbing that he said it. It's disturbing that he said it and he knew the camera was there.
Members of the City Council's Safety, Youth, and Recreation Committee wanted answers from RPD's command staff, and so did the community. And it seemed to be going well until a comment from Chief Michael Simonelli, and the meeting spiraled out of control. The committee chair, McFadden, had to end the meeting.
Clearly, we want officers to be mindful of the presence of children when they're interacting with people and when they're taking police action. You know, but frankly, I think when people have children present, they need to take that into account too when they decide how to conduct themselves and how they want to.
So I can't speak to Now, it'd be very...
Why do you not know about this? Criminality shouldn't be reporting this.
Five people were arrested in the incident on Hollenbeck Street. As for the officer, the chief says an internal investigation is underway. Ultimately, the chief will decide the officer's fate. We're live at City Hall tonight. Lynette Adams, News 10 NBC.
Anybody who watches this channel knows that Rochester is just a shell of its former self. I mean, Rochester used to be the headquarters of IBM, Xerox, I think 3M too. And Rochester was kind of like the Silicon Valley before the Silicon Valley was Silicon Valley. Now all these companies are hollowed out. They're just kind of rotting hulks, waiting for somebody to come in and buy a few of their patents. Well, not IBM. But now Rochester, instead of being a center of innovation driving the world economy, it's a dark and dangerous city with an enormous amount of black mob violence and black and white crime, and a lot of reporters and public officials ignoring, denying, condoning, excusing, encouraging. The guy we saw in the video here, the city councilman, I think his name's McAdams. We ran into him in White Girl Bleed a lot, because we had a video and a story of a huge episode of black mob violence on Memorial Day at a beach in Rochester. He came in front of the cameras and explained it all to us that, white people are not really used to, dealing with black people, so it's something you just kind of have to get used to. In the meantime, you see the B-roll, you see all these black people, destroying property, fighting with police. Just something you get used to. But everybody in Rochester already knows that, because they already know part of the DNA of their city now, and it affects every single decision they make about where they work, where they go to school, where they go to church, what time they go out, who they go out with. It all revolves around what can they do to not make the black kids angry.